The siege of Tobruk lasted for 241 days in 1941, after Axis forces advanced through Sarnica from El Agheila in Operation Sonnenblume against Allied forces in Libya, during the Western Desert Campaign of the Second World War. In late 1940, the Allies had defeated the Italian 10th Army during Operation Compass and trapped the remnants at Bitafam. During early 1941, much of the Western Desert Force was sent to the Greek and Syrian campaigns. As German troops and Italian reinforcements reached Libya, only a skeleton Allied force remained, short of equipment and supplies. Operation Sonnenblume forced the Allies into a retreat to the Egyptian border. A garrison, consisting mostly of the 9th Australian Division, remained at Tobruk, to deny the port to the Axis, while the WDF reorganized and prepared a counter-offensive. The Axis siege of Tobruk began on 10 April, when the port was attacked by a force under General Lieutenant Erwin Rommel and continued during 3 relief attempts, Operation Brevity, Operation Battle Axe and Operation Crusader. The occupation of Tobruk deprived the Axis of a supply port closer to the Egypt-Libya border than Benghazi, 560 miles west of the Egyptian frontier, which was within the range of RAF bombers. Tripoli was 930 miles to the west in Tripolitania. The siege diverted Axis troops from the frontier and the Tobruk garrison repulsed several Axis attacks. The port was frequently bombarded by artillery, dive bombers and medium bombers, as the RAF flew defensive sorties from airfields far away in Egypt. Allied naval forces, such as the British Mediterranean Fleet, ran the blockade, carrying reinforcements and supplies in and wounded and prisoners out. On 27 November, Tobruk was relieved by the 8th Army in Operation Crusader. For much of the siege, Tobruk was defended by the 9th Australian Division and other troops. General Archibald Wavell, the Commander-in-Chief of Middle East Command, ordered Morshead to defend the port for 8 weeks. The Australians held on for over 5 months, before being gradually withdrawn during September and replaced by the 70th Infantry Division, the Polish Carpathian Brigade and the Czechoslovak 11th Infantry Battalion. The fresh defenders held Tobruk until they broke out on the 21st of November and held open an 8-mile corridor, unsupported for several days, then captured at Duda on the 26th of November, to link with the advancing 8th Army, during Operation Crusader. The siege of Tobruk was the first occasion in the war that German panzer units had been stopped. The siege of Tobruk was lifted in December 1941 in the course of Operation Crusader. Axis forces recaptured the port on the 21st of June 1942. After defeating the 8th Army in the Battle of Gazala. The Rats of Tobruk, as they would become known as, suffered at least 3,836 casualties, there being a small difference in Australian casualty figures quoted in the Australian and British official histories. Most of the Australian garrison withdrew from Tobruk between August and October, but others remained in Tobruk for the duration.
I've arrived in Tobruk, off a boat filled with replacements and reinforcements. Young men blindly rushing to their deaths. None of them are comfortable having someone like me around. Suits me fine. Most of them won't make it out of here alive. Rommel was kicked out during Operation Crusader, but Axis forces are once again sweeping across the Western Desert. The Gazala gallop began with the Allied retreat, and Rommel is at the city's throat. There's no time for tactics. 35,000 of us have one order. Hold Tobruk.
Snipers are near the wall!
Germans are using Nebelwerkers. I have to do something about them. They won't hear me approach if I crouch. Good place to use my war rod.